Welcome back to Apathetic Reviews. Oh, he surely doesn't care, does he? This video is rated mature. How's it going, everyone? My name is Block, and welcome back to Apathetic Reviews. Now, I watched Iron Lung not too long ago. I keep forgetting to make these apathetic reviews because right now in my life I'm just so busy with other stuff that I just keep forgetting that I have other shit to do on YouTube. But anyway, I watched Iron Lung, and I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. It's quite a interesting movie. It says it's a horror movie, and I think to a lot of people it would be. But to me, I was not scared of it, like, at all. There was maybe, like, one, there was a couple tense moments. It's a very tense movie. It's a very claustrophobic movie. But, like, I wouldn't say it was a horror movie for me. Like, I was mostly just in awe. Like, I'm kind of starting to find out that I don't really find just the sight of blood and mild gore to be much of an issue for me. Like, that's not really... Like, I thought this movie was going to be super disgusting. That's why I ate before the movie instead of after. Because I was like, oh, if I eat after, I'm going to be disgusted by the movie. I wasn't. The movie was, like, fine, actually. Like, I did not mind anything going on in it. This movie is made by Markiplier himself, hence the intro that I did. And Markiplier is actually, surprisingly, pretty good director from the looks of it. I love the way that... the whole movie is shot. I think the movie is shot really, really well. Like, there are some camera angles that are super interesting. Excuse me, and just super, like, cool. And just, like, very, not art house film style, but it's just like, you know what? It's got that indie feel. It's an indie movie, technically, because of how low budget it is and how it's had to get funding from a lot of other places. It's not released by a large studio. It's a very indie feeling film, and it's got that really interesting sort of cinematography and directing style. It's a very interesting little movie, and I think it's all right. I think it's pretty good. Markiplier as an actor, I was actually pretty shocked by. Occasionally, there's moments where you kind of remember, oh yeah, this is Markiplier. Like whenever he says, like they say the F word, they say fuck a lot of times in this movie. And Markiplier says it a lot. And whenever he does that, sometimes it takes me out and I'm like, ooh, that's just like Markiplier talking. And it feels like Markiplier. But, you know, some people think that his emotional moments aren't quite hitting the beats. I think they actually were. I felt pretty invested in his character. Excuse me, and I could detach Markiplier, the person, from Simon, the character in the movie. So I was pretty intrigued by Markiplier and his character and his directing style, and I think the writing of the movie is fine, I think. I can't really tell, because I couldn't hear the movie, and that's that's one of my big criticisms, is that the movie is super goddamn quiet for a lot of it. Like, you know, there's some things that were meant to be quiet, like sometimes you're not supposed to hear things, and it's just like, it's supposed to be, you know, artistically quiet, and it's supposed to be quiet in some parts. But there are moments where it's like, there's actually, like, important information that's clearly supposed to go there, and somebody's clearly saying something important, but you can't hear it because the movie, I guess, was mixed badly in the audio department. It's really weird. So the movie's just, like, really quiet for a lot of it, especially anytime Markiplier is talking to the intercom, it is really, really hard to hear sometimes unless they're, like, yelling about something, which, you know, they do a lot of that, luckily, but there's a lot of times where there's just important information that they're talking about, and it's just so quiet, and that's, like, a big issue for me. I think I have really good hearing, and even I could barely, like, understand what was being said. The monster is kind of interesting. The lore of the whole universe is kind of interesting, and I'm gonna have to look into, like, videos on the actual lore of the game Iron Lung, because I couldn't completely follow it all the time, but I did kind of like how non-linear, well, not non-linear, just not really explained everything is. I like how it's all up to interpretation. I think that is very cool. I think the ending of this movie is hardcore and awesome. I think the beginning is a little cheesy and feels a little cheap for some reason, because I think that's where they used most of the CGI. Well, not most of it, because there is a lot of CGI throughout the film, but like, in the first like minute or two, there's like little spoiler, the submarine is being dropped into the lava. Sorry, not the lava, the blood. It's being dropped into the blood, and it looks not fantastic. But other than that, like other than the sound and a couple of shots here and there that don't look fantastic, I think the movie's pretty good. I would recommend it if you can handle massive amounts of blood, because there is a ton of blood in this movie, just because it's about a submarine submerged in a blood ocean. If you can handle blood, if you can handle movies being slow, because this is a very slow burn, slow movie, that like the first, I think, hour or first half hour or first that like 30 minutes or whatever, like it feels like an eternity, but it's basically just Markiplier playing the game. He's turning the little knobs, going to the points, and taking a picture. Going to another point, taking a picture. It's just like that for 30 minutes to an hour. But then, like the second hour, the movie starts to get very lore heavy and plot heavy, and there's more stuff happening. But I didn't mind the slow burn. There are some people who are not going to get this film, not going to understand, especially people who are like TikTok people. If you catch my drift, I learned of a lot of people that I know personally that watch this movie, and I know who they are, and they like watch a lot of TikTok and whatever. Those types of people not gonna understand this movie. Not saying that this is like a super high concept like art house film. It's like there's just like a lot of interesting plot things that I didn't think would happen, like the way the story is structured. Definitely not for somebody who needs quick dopamine and quick things to happen, and can't handle slow burns and things settling. So it's a very interesting movie. I say I like it. I gave it, I think, an 8 out of 10 on Letterboxd. I can't remember. I think that's basically what it is. It's like an 8 out of 10. It's like a good movie. It's all right. It's pretty good. If you're interested in watching it, go watch it. I would recommend watching it because it is an indie film that is very much not going to be in theaters for very long. I think it actually might be out of a lot of theaters right now. So just watch it if you have a feeling that you want to watch it now. If you don't think you're ever going to watch it, you don't have to. But I think it would, Markiplier seems like a pretty nice guy, pretty cool guy. I respect him a lot. So, if you want to watch this movie to support him, go do it. I think that would be a nice little thing to do. Anyway, but that's just that's my 2 cents on Iron Lung. Pretty good. Go watch it if you want. Yeah. Bye. Is the kazoo filled with like lint? What the fuck?